Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
All of our stories begin with either in the beginning or once upon a time. And for me, my story began pretty much, and this is how it was referred to for quite a while, a backdoor deal. I could be living in a different neighborhood, in a different school, with different kids in the same bedroom from day to day. And so it began to feel like I was moving through a maze. I was always the kind of kid who would talk to my imaginary friends, they would talk back, and I know now that it was a great thing because it was carving out a place for me to dream. A lot of us will say, well, I want to lose 10 pounds. And then down the road, we've gained it. Why? Because want comes like a wish list, but need comes with a plan. When you feel that power, that is your story, and you see how many paths it can light, trust me, there's nothing in the world that will make you say it wasn't worth it. Oh, there it is. Okay, now my camera's clear. It was all blurry and fuzzy earlier. Good morning. Good morning. Just breathe it in today, you guys. Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the 24th day of January, year 2023. Is it flying by or is it just me? It's flying by. It's moving. Good morning and welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Loren Michaels Harris. So excited to be here. It's pretty much a solo show today. You know how that is. I promised you guys, you asked, I listened, or rather you spoke, I listened. That you wanted us to spend more time together like this. So when something comes up and there's a cancellation or something, um, I've decided not to just go and plug somebody in, but to spend some time with you, just us, one-on-one, mano y mano. But today, near the end of the show, probably 20 minutes towards the end, I am going to bring a surprise guest in today to talk about her 90-minute television special that's coming up this weekend. So, not completely a solo show, but it's going to start off that way. Is that okay with you? Good morning to you. So listen, today I wanted, let me see. I don't think I really have any announcements. Oh, yes, I do. What am I talking about? Okay. You see up in the right-hand corner, the flow code is in effect. That tells you that we have today. Let me fix this. I'll move this down. So there. Um, a spotlight sponsor. Now, a spotlight sponsor is different than the ones you've seen over the last 6 years where the commercials are playing. A spotlight sponsor is where you will see up in the corner that flow code. You can use your handheld device, i.e., your telephone, to scan it and go directly to the vendor's site. It might be at some point an event, it might be a book, it might be like today, great products. Sanjay came by and he brought me this, which is the cross heart infinity symbol inside an eternity knot. Every single morning, Comcast does this. Every single right? So anyway, Sanjay came by and he brought me this, which is the Cross Heart Trinity. It's smaller than the other lockets. They open up, and I've been wearing them for 4 or 5 years now, but this is brand new. Okay. Will the internet work? Okay. Cross, heart, and Trinity symbol inside an eternity knot. It represents Trinity, love, and the eternal nature of the Spirit. Here's the great part. So here's another great part. Look, it comes with these little, see those color pads and a little bottle of essential oil. I don't know why, but he gave me calm. So anyway, I have a black one in right now, but you can change the pads to match what you're feeling or what you're wearing. So mirror polished, high quality stainless steel. Add your essential oils, blah blah blah. Absolutely wonderful. I love it, and it's kind of tiny and cute, but it opens up. So that is one of the products we're featuring today. But look at this. The Lotus Flower of Life necklace. It's reversible. Brian has one. It's absolutely beautiful. It comes in all of these different shades. Each one is unique and they're absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. So today, I'm going to run along the bottom of the screen throughout the broadcast. The promo code TTV stands for Trajectory TV Discount. TTVDISC. If you enter that promo code at checkout, you'll get an additional 15% off of whatever it is you purchase. And should I come closer so you can see it? Look, I just love it. I really do. These are karma cords. These bracelets are karma cords as well. And I'm just waiting for them to come out with the karma cord earrings. I'll have some of those too. So anyway, head over, scan the flow code up here in the corner, and it'll take you straight to the Karma Course site. Lots of great things over there. Okay. So today, who do you know? Who do you know that just has a knack at manifesting things? Do you know anyone like that? I know several. And I believe that I know several master manifestors. They just have a gift at manifesting at an incredibly quick speed. Jeanette Ramos is like that. She's been here before. You know, she's the founder of It Takes a Village nonprofit in Camden, New Jersey. Also, Amy Joy is a master manifester. I am not kidding. We were on her property. Um, I had just looked at it online a day or two before we got there. She's building, she's building Upaya. I want to get it right. It's a healing center. There it is. And I've just watched her poof. It seems like she snaps her fingers and things are there. Misty Lee Riston is also, I believe, a master manifester. People, now I will say this. You have to control it. You have to control it because you got to remember there's a promise that says we're never going to get more than we can handle. So we'll go if we ask, if we manifest, it will come, but sometimes at a price. So these are three master manifestors I know. Who do you know? If you know one, maybe you're one. I don't really consider myself one. I don't know. Maybe we look at ourselves differently. But anyway, I wanted to kick today off this conversation. I found a couple clips. There we are. I love one, Oprah is one of my go-tos. I mean, come on. The proof is in the pudding. See, master manifestors don't have to talk about it because the proof is there. It is. You look there 1 second, it's a blank table. You turn away and look back, it's a 5-course meal. How do they do it? We're going to find out. And we're going to find out from you what you know about it today. So I am going to share the screen and we're going to take a look at what Oprah said about, as a matter of fact, she gave a master class on this. And I heard in here a little bit, she was talking to the girl and she goes, hey, you want to know how to do it? I'll show you how to do it. So get ready. Oprah's going to show us right now how she manifests. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm not feeling doing all this stuff today. I'm just telling you, I'm not feeling it. Well, let me just be clear with you, transparent. This morning, I had a real rough time last night. So, you light workers, Reiki people, if you can do some distance healing and send it to me, I would greatly appreciate it. I had a real rough breathing night last night. I had hot drinks and my inhaler, and I was trying not to overuse it. And look, I'm feeling for it right now. I got it in my pocket. So I got up and I was going to go to the health club. It's 5:30. I'm in the car, and I said something told me don't even go. Just go back in and lay back down for a little bit. So I did. So anyway, bear with me. Yeah, I believe in that too. The distance and in person Reiki healing, light healing. I've been a recipient of it several times and will take anything the universe has to help me. Okay, here we go. Take a look.
But I don't vision board anymore because I am a powerful manifester. And I know that, and I know how to do it without physically putting it on a board. I know how.
Me too.
You have to. You want to know how to do it?
Absolutely.
Put it out. You want to know how to do it? You bet we do, Oprah.
Hi, ladies.
Is it Jalitha?
Jalisa. Jalisa, pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
This is such a surreal moment for me because, Oprah, you're my vision board for
Am I?
2018.
Really?
And I am here. So I have manifested this moment.
Congratulations.
That's what's up.
So I am here. It is an honor. And, I'm just curious, Oprah, at this stage in your career, and for you all as well, do you even have a vision board? And if so, what type of things are on it?
Wow.
Good
Oprah.
question. No,
Do you have one? I don't have one anymore.
Yeah.
No.
I don't either,
I
girl.
still have things I want to accomplish and things I want to do. I think there's
If
much
you have a
more.
vision board,
Everything
put
we're
it in
thinking
the
about is like, you have
comments.
so many chapters,
Yes.
and they got to be all different too. You got to mix it up.
I want
Oh,
to
that's
more.
what's her name?
You do?
I want
Do
to
it.
before
I support you in that.
and you've done it.
I've done it. I support you in
Wow.
that. Everybody should do one.
One.
Yeah,
I
you
want to
should
do
do
that.
one.
Let's do it. The Wrinkle in Time. We'll do a Wrinkle in Time marathon.
You know, but I don't
Everybody.
vision board anymore because I am a powerful manifester, and I know that, and I know how to do it without physically putting it.
Y'all
on
better
the
pay
board.
attention.
You know, you have to. You want to know how to do it?
Absolutely.
You have to meet the vibration. You can't be above or below it. It's just what I was talking about: negative energy, positive energy. In order to draw the thing to you that you want to come, you can't want it so much that you fear that you won't get it. You have to want it. So, in order for me to be on your vision board, you must have put it there and then you let it go.
Yes.
And then you weren't thinking about it every day, because you can't. It doesn't come to you that way. You have to do it, and then you have to put it, and then you have to meet that vibration. You have to prepare yourself to be there and ready when it shows up. And you were, Jaleesa, you were there.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
That's such a word, and it makes me think about in A Wrinkle in Time. There were so many powerful messages that were very spiritual, very deep, and I just want to touch on them for a second. So the first one, they said you can fear the answers, but you can't avoid them. And I'm curious, over throughout your journalism career, have you ever asked a question that it was difficult for you to hear the answer to?
Yeah, I actually have, and I won't tell you who the person was. I got really shut down by someone who said that's a stupid question, and it would be the person you least in the world would expect to say that, which is every journalist's fear.
Yeah.
You know, to be in a position where you ask a question, and the person said, "Well, that's a stupid question," and I refused to let myself be shut down, but I was so taken aback by it. And then I was like, well, was it stupid, or was you didn't understand what I was saying? So,
Hold on.
hold on. And so, but I didn't let that deter me. I didn't let that deter me at all.
Absolutely. And there's another powerful quote: "The wound is the place where the light enters you."
We were just
That's
talking about
it.
That is,
Yes,
it's
I love
it's
it.
so deep. And
The
I'm curious,
wound is the place where the
your
light
painful
enters
moment
you.
in you all's life that actually ended up being enlightening.
The reason why that we were just talking about this before you came in, the reason why that, thank you for bringing it to our attention. The reason why the wound quote is so profound is because once you've been around as long as I have, you know that there is not one single thing that has ever happened to you or will happen to you that will be wasted. When you
See?
look at every single crisis, difficulty, challenge, every joy filled moment that comes into your being, everything is there showing up to make you more of who you were meant to be. And it's showing there to help, it's showing up there to help you. Nothing ever is wasted.
Mm.
See? What do you think? I absolutely, absolutely agree. Starting with what she said about when you put something like on your vision board. I just said it the other day when we were talking about resolutions, decisions, even manifestations. I tell you what I do. I set the goal. Okay, let's use the block, the city block or the country block, just a block where there is slabs of sidewalk between you and the next corner. Okay, that's how I see it in my mind. When I set a goal, I'm at the top corner, the very first square of the sidewalk, and I run down to the other, or I throw the goal. I set it by placing it on that opposite corner, and I forget about it. I put it there and I forget about it because now when I've run back to the original starting slab of the sidewalk at the opposing corner, all of my energy, all of my focus is on getting from the first slab to the next slab, not even 2 or 3 ahead, but the very next slab. So once I started doing that on major goals, I remember Jason Cisneros, my brother, my best friend, my mentor, my one of my angels. I really believe that. He told me early in my career,
because I had a hard time getting down to the next corner because all the things that did not serve me kept sticking their leg out, tripping me along the way. By the time I was halfway down, I was bleeding out from the knees. Think about that, from being tripped and falling. The palms of my hands were scraped and bruised. And I just felt like maybe it's not worth it. Red flag. The moment something causes doubt, doubt leads to worry. Worry leads to fear. Fear leads to anger. And frustration is spread all through there. Trust me. So anyway, I focus on that slab of the sidewalk and how to get to the next. So after I started looking at it in the block form for big events like the Power of We, and that's what I was getting at with Jason. Jason used to tell me, Loren, every day focus on what he calls in his business MEOs, most important opportunities. Everything on your list or everything that you need to accomplish is an opportunity. And just by adapting to that mindset, maybe 4, maybe 5 years ago, today I live where every moment is a MEO. It is the most important opportunity from one to the next to the next. But it started with, how do I do that in this day? So every day I tried to attack my MEOs, my most important opportunities. Then it became every half a day. Then every hour I would attack my MEOs. Then I found myself looking minute to minute for what's most important next. And, all of us do this. I have a list of things I have today. We keep them. I'm old school, so I'll have it everywhere. Although I know a lot of us still do that. So my point in all of that is, once I started, it's just like this. Have you ever had to raise funds for something, like a big event, and okay, I need a sponsor. So I started doing this. Let me use the Power of We, for example. It costs over $100,000 in most cases for that event. And so it was very daunting the first year because I was raising $114,000 was my goal. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I lined up all the things I needed: DJ, rentals, venue, food, and it was $118,000. It scared the bejesus out of me every single day. And then through Jason's technique, I started saying, well, which one of these do I need first? I need the venue, $7,000 or whatever it was. So I started making calls for a sponsor for $7,000, not the entire 100+K, just the $7,000. I want a vendor. So I thought I was just going to ask, how much of the venue are you willing to sponsor? Lo and behold, the second call, I promise you, Mark Haddis, the second call I made, will pay for the entire venue. Boom! In that first day of attacking my most important opportunity, I needed a venue because I can't tell people where we're coming because I don't know what date it is. Because I don't know what date because the venue's not procured. I can say May 4th, but then I find the perfect place and it's already booked. So you got to find the venue. Boom. I said, okay, today I'm just going to find as much of the money as I can for the venue. I found the venue. Now I need to lock it down. I need at least $2,500 for the deposit, which is really what I was going for. Lo and behold, second call of the day. I got the entire venue paid for. Next thing I said, okay, next I need tables, chairs, linens, and went like that. DJ, you want to sponsor the DJ? Food, you want to sponsor the caterer? Within 2 weeks, I had almost knocked out the entire $118,000 because I wasn't afraid to get up and attack the little small ones. It's like this. Don't stuff so much into your manifesting mouth that you choke on it. And here's another thing. I have found that one of the keys to becoming a master manifester, and that means while you are getting these things that you're manifesting, because they will come, law of attraction, You must know what you're going to do with them. Don't wait until you see it coming down the conveyor belt, looking at it like it's a foreign object. It's about to fall off on the floor because you're so shocked that it's there. You can't, if you manifest something, you can't live in a world of surprise. Oh my God. Next thing you know, you're going to say, I can't believe it. Well, the minute you start speaking, I can't believe it, or it's all going so well, it's just too much. There's that John Wayne Gacy of Dream Killers, TOO2. As soon as you say too much, something is going to disappear in your world, because there's a promise that we will never be given more than we can handle. And the moment we say, oh, this is so wonderful, it's almost too much. Poof, something is the universe, God, source, is going to stand by their word. Oh, you get too much, huh? So I simply change out the T to an S. Man, this is so much, but I can handle it. Think about it. So, small pieces. Chew your food. Some things take longer than others to digest. Patience is a virtue. Excuse me. A lot of us, the momentum, we see things happening faster and faster. That's why I say picture something. You can picture a hamster wheel, but maybe you have a hamster wheel that's connected to a hamster wheel. So when one rolls, it clicks the other thing and the ball starts rolling, knocks over the dominoes, that pulls the lever. So if you feel you're on a hamster wheel never getting anywhere, change what the hamster wheel is doing or add to it. Manifest all those other pieces. Don't just stop and manifest yourself going nowhere. Manifest, the faster I go, I'm going to make this balloon rise that's going to hit a flame and burst, drop a pin, the ball rolls, and before you know it, off the conveyor belt at the end comes exactly what I manifested. Make sense? Meet yourself where you find yourself. Undo, because see, listen, what I call that is when I find myself on a negative square of the sidewalk, because I always look at it in my mind like the Michael Jackson Billie Jean video where he stands on the sidewalk and it lights up in front of him. I ask the universe to light it up if I'm making the right moves. And they do. If it doesn't light up, I stand there and I keep figuring it out. There are no mistakes. Everything that you don't get the first time is not a mistake. It just means that you're one step closer to the answer. Einstein said it took over 3,000 attempts for E equals MC squared to work out like he knew it would, thereby proving his theory of relativity. But he said not once in the 3,000 attempts did he ever consider one of them a failure. He knew simply that he was one step closer to what he knew to be true, what he was manifesting, which sealed him, along with other things he did, in history. Just like that. So, changing up, say, the hamster wheel from being a go nowhere kind of thing is what I also call reverse manifesting. When I originally manifested because of ignorance, because of fear, because of something that did not serve me, it's never about just one thing. So it's not going to just be a loser, a loss. It's going to be something that can be converted, can be built onto, added onto, to serve me when I decide so. So simply by changing the original manifestation from it just being a hamster wheel, and that came by promptings. You're not going anywhere. You seem like you're stuck. Isn't that the same place you were in the last time I asked you about that project? So I see myself on a hamster wheel. So, okay, that's not serving me. But is it? Because when they tell me these things, maybe it's the nudge I need to get off my ass and make some things happen. I'm going to reinvent that hamster wheel. So I am reverse manifesting the original outcome and changing it to a better one. See, having the hamster wheel gave me something. I loved my treadmill at the gym because I don't have the kind of knees that allow me to jog. Just because I'm in one spot moving. The key is not one spot. I shouldn't feel bad about that. Well, I'm not running through the forest or the parks or marathons. No, but at least I'm moving. Meet yourself where you're at, okay? So let's take a look at how we doing for time. 10 minutes and I'm going to bring Misty in. Oh, I just told you who the secret guest was. Dang. Now you know. Okay. She is a master manifester, so you're going to find out what she's manifesting for this Saturday in just a bit. Okay. So let's take a look at this next clip. I don't know what it is, but I always go looking for people that are like, look like a Dalai Lama or something, from India or places, because I just love, just like Western philosophy. I just love what they have to say about stuff. So this is not, I didn't go with that one. I went with Eckhart Tolle, the Power of Now author. He's going to talk to us about how to successfully manifest your dreams.
In some other translations, he says, I want you to have abundant life. Now, abundant does not mean lots of things, because that would mean that shopping malls are the kingdom of heaven.
Shopping malls. Love this guy.
Let's say your goal is to be widely known and to impact people's lives with your music. Fine, perhaps you'll achieve it. You can visualize it. Oh, by the way, when you visualize a goal that you want to achieve, it's not in the future. This is to do with manifesting. When you want to manifest something, it doesn't work very well when you think, I will be famous. I need to be famous. I want to be famous. Not good for manifestation. If you want to manifest something, you have to start with the foundation for manifestation is always the present moment. It's not the future. It works very simply. Jesus explained it in one sentence, just one sentence. Whenever you pray for something, believe that you have received it and it will be given to you. Now, the key is that he did not say believe that you will receive it, because that puts it into the future. He said, when you pray for something, in other words, when you want something, believe that you have received it. Now, what does that mean? You have to feel in this moment the fullness of life that is there when you go deep enough into the being of you. Then you feel there's the fullness of life, and you feel there is a sense of joyful aliveness there. There's a sense of power in you that you sense that is the presence in you. There is a power in that presence, and that power is something that you could almost, there's a fullness in it already. You can't really, once you when you're in touch with the presence, everything else that you could achieve in this life, I have this comparison, analogy, or whatever it is, that which you realize within you, the power, is the cream. And everything else that you could achieve in this world is the skimmed milk.
I was muted because I was coughing. Sorry, y'all. I want cream. Cream. Cream for breakfast, cream for lunch, cream for dinner, cream for snacks. Cream. Right, not skim milk. Now, here, listen to this. I want to say this too. Use your power. I am not kidding you guys. I know there are people that are like that Loren is just crazy as a beat. It's the best book. Just crazy. Cray. They've been calling me that in my family for decades. But let me tell you something. When the movies started rolling in last year, the very people that thought I was crazy before came a running. What they really want to know is, what's the secret? How do you do it? So when you manifest and people come and, they're like, girl, I missed you. Oh, I was just thinking about you. And you're thinking, oh, they're only here because they see all these things happening. No, they're really coming to ask what they can't ask. Some of them might, but most of them won't. And that's where the reason you're doing it all must be right in front of you, right after you take your life-giving breath. Your passion for all you do must be staring you directly back, because I'm telling you all, and this did not serve me. Thank God it didn't come to fruition. A lot of you know, I had my brother who, near the end of the year, the movie trailer came out. When the movie trailer came out, he saw the movie trailer. 48 years of silence. I had not seen him. One of the 22 foster homes was that home. And I'm telling you, I promise you, I had practiced, I had manifested, I was manifesting that day when this would happen and they'd come back, and I couldn't wait. So I could say, well, 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 look who it is, and you can figure out the rest. But thank God, because of grace that was afforded me in my darkest times, in between then and now, the now, which Eckhart Tolle was talking about, something changed in me. I was not manifesting, apparently, that outcome I originally was when I was the wounded me. The light came in through the wound. And when it came along, and my brother called, and he left a voicemail, and it wasn't easy. He got choked up, and you can call me back, he said, or not. In other words, I would understand if you didn't. But I did. And I did it because there was a power in the now, not that darkness from then. And the power in the now overrode everything that tried to tell me otherwise, those things that did not serve. Okay. Am I back? Okay. I think I'm back. The internet. Everything you write down, even those vision boards and things, those are contracts. Those are covenants. Those are agreements. Yes, with what it's an agreement with the law of attraction. It's agreement with what is greater than. But most importantly, it is a covenant with yourself. Okay, we're back, I think. Are we? I'm watching myself on the phone. Yes, okay. I do this. I'm going to give you two things, and then I'm going to get missing. Two things that I do to manifest on a daily basis. The first, to all of the beings that were created through the same hand of love that created me, that are vested in serving this world through a place of love. I call on all of those beings, angelic beings, spiritual beings, any being that was created by the hand of God, if that's what you believe in. I give you literal permission, I say, right now, to do whatever you were created to do to aid me in discovering and finding and embracing my highest self. Help me today to quench that thirst which my soul came to this earth to quench. And then after I've done that, and I tell them, your permission is granted in 3, 2, 1. Now go. And I can literally feel them moving to their post, sending messages in bottles, smoke signals, everything they can do, memos, emails, switchboard operating, cross connecting, bat signals, you name it. Anything that needs to be done, they get it done. And then I take my contract And I say to what I believe is greater than me, here I have listed my plan for this day. When you give me, because I'm not going to be surprised because I'm expecting it. When you give me what I ask, here's exactly what my plan is to do with it. And when it arrives, I get to work. The 4 agreements, first one, be impeccable with your word. So the minute it shows up, you must know right after you take your next life-giving breath what that promise was that you made to yourself and everything beyond yourself. What did you say you were going to do with it? What did you say you were going to do about it? Once you give me my voice, I will use it to this and that, to heal this or that. Don't forget your promise. Manifestation. Come on now, you all. This is the year of abundance. Abundance. Don't just manifest things. Manifest more. It is the litmus test of purpose. It will always bring you more people to serve, more ways to do it, more headaches, more sleepless nights, more moments of doubt, more joy, more strength, more everything that serves us. Last thing about that, remember this. All the things that serve you will not stand outside the dance hall of your life, waiting for your doormen to choose them to come in. They won't come into your dance hall and stand on the sidelines and become a wallflower because your dance floor is filled with dancers that do not serve you. They will leave and find a dance that respects and welcomes them. So, look out on the dance floor of your life and make sure every line dance, every boogaloo, electric shuffle, whatever it is you're doing, the spiritual cabbage patch, make sure you're dancing with partners that serve you. There you go. That's our little thing about manifesting. And let's get Misty in here. Good morning. Hi, Misty.
Hey, good morning.
are
I was
you?
doing my I was doing my dances over here that you were
I can't
talking
do
about.
choreographed dancing. I'm a horrible choreographed dancer. I accept
Oh
it.
no, I just make it up as I go.
Right. I just
Make
want
it
to remind the
yeah.
audience before we get into what I brought you in for, you guys take your handheld device, go and scan the flow code, get over and take a look at the beautiful work over at Karma Chords. Okay. Great gifts, especially for you retreat people. You know how you want to give your speakers. You have events, you want to give things. I did this one year, gave it out. I gave these out to the rock stars one year. Watch Dano, he wears his consistently. But anyway, welcome to Bathrobe Moments, Misty Lee Riston, CEO of TBD Campground Publishing. And you're here to talk about something really special coming up that you have manifested this Saturday.
Indeed.
I'm going to butt out and let you take it. Tell everybody what you're inviting them to.
Awesome. Thank you, Loren. So this Saturday at 1:00 Central Standard Time on E360 TV, we're inviting you to come and spend 90 minutes with my friends and I about manifestation, about taking what you want, what you wish for, what you envision, and bringing it into your space. And I love that Loren played that clip about Oprah. She summed it up so beautifully. This isn't about what you want. This isn't about what you wish for. This is teaching you how to bring it in. What she said about how you can't be above or below the vibration, that is the absolute key. And these are not things that I made up. What I did is from a small child, I've copied the most successful people. I've taken copious notes, and then I've gone back through and realized what exactly worked is what Oprah and Eckhart were talking about. You have got to learn how to go from a wish to a want to an envisionment to actually being in that moment. And that's what Eckhart was talking about. That abundance is the ability, and that's what I'm going to show you, and my friends are going to work with us to really give us a lot of different examples on Saturday, is how to step into that moment of gratitude. Oprah talked about it too. You've got to not be lacking the thing. You have got to embrace it as if you already have it. And that's the biggest part. And that's what allows people like Loren and I, who've manifested for so long, to take our wish and our want picture it, envision it, bring it in, be so grateful for it, and then put it on our mental shelf because we know we're still doing the actions to stay ready to receive. And that's what you and I have talked about that a lot, Loren.
Absolutely. Now, excuse me, I want to use an example because it blew my wig back. That's why I don't have it on today. I don't know what it blew it so hard. I haven't found it. Let's talk about that quantum writing project. I promise you all, right. I spoke to Misty Lee on it. She coaches with me earlier in that week. How many days later, all of a sudden I get ding on my phone and she goes, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, with what? You know the story. Tell them about it, how that happened. What was the time frame?
So this is a real This is a real story that happened with me, and I want to show a lot of these because I want people to see this isn't just for the Lorens and the Steve Harveys and the Oprahs. This is for all of us. This is for Misty living in the woods in Arkansas and Oklahoma. I told Loren that I had decided I was going to write the biggest vision board ever, the biggest list of what I wanted. I set my goals high, and I woke up the next morning and wrote this. It took a couple days to edit, but it was in full, ready to go. I asked him to send me up with an editor.
Turn it like this so they can see how thick it is.
Well, this one is a little bit smaller,
Yeah,
but this is a great workbook. Yeah.
The very next day. And it's in her hands. It's in her hands. I want to, right now I'm being told, someone out there struggling right now, feeling like you have something, just you're bursting at the seams for this thing, but you're afraid it's so big. But something they tell me, not something, right now, think back to that time you started your very first business enterprise. And the first thing you did was you went and you ordered business cards. You took it right then and there from something flying around in your mind like a meteorite in a storm, and you forced it into this world in tangible form. Anytime you bring it out, you can see it. You can touch it. I could even, if it was a business card, I can taste it. I can smell it. All my senses can be connected to it now. Whereas if I left it in here, I remember when I was a little boy with my adoptive mom, she used to tell me, my name was Larry then, and she said, Larry, always write things down. It is the very first thing you can do to separate yourself from the dummies. Now, that's not a very nice word to call people. We've come a long way since 1965, but I get it. Write it down. And the reason I write things down, from post-it notes to journaling, content development, is because when I write it down because I want to remember it just like this, in its original light bulb moment, aha moment spirit. So, Misty Lee, talk about people that you've worked with. Give us some examples. How many times you've seen where people won't pull? What is it, in your opinion, that makes us so afraid to bring something to the place where we can literally see it, especially story?
Two things: accountability and trust. When you write it down, it is very hard to lie to yourself. If you write, I can never succeed, it's really easy to realize that's a lie. You've written a lie. And so if you're a person who's telling lies, your brain gets confused. So writing it down keeps me very honest. The other thing that writing it does is it keeps you accountable. I first wrote, and so this is examples. I've worked with several people who've lost over 100 pounds. The goal cannot be to lose 100 pounds. The goal has got to be to get healthier every day, every step of the sidewalk. Because like you said, you can't start at the beginning of the street and just land at 100 pounds lower.
Right.
It actually causes a lot of, when I lost my weight, I had bulked myself up and was wearing multiple clothing because I felt funny being little. So I had body dysmorphia because I had not written about skinny me. Once I started writing about what a thin person does, what she would wear, how she would get up in the morning, the rest of my weight came off, and I embraced this body size because I was a very voluptuous, curvy woman before. I didn't know what skinny people lived like. So writing helped me be honest and accountable to my goals.
You know, that is
Writing
so
in the
true.
present.
You remind me, I won't mention her name. I don't remember it anyway. But there was a girl when I was in the wellness business before I came into this. And, I was with Herbalife. And this girl lost 400 pounds. She looked great. And she had a sister who was a runway model, literally. And,
Oh, wow.
but she gained it all back. She'd even had those surgeries. And I remember Jessica, that was her name. And she just brought it up one day. She goes, why don't you just ask? I'll tell you. And so I did. I asked her, why'd you go back? She goes, I'll tell you why. She goes, because I never believed in the smaller me. When I lost the weight, I didn't lose it here.
Right.
And I couldn't understand that until I listened to some of your stories. So tell us, back to Saturday, are there going to be some maybe surprises inside of this 90 minutes that just might flip the switch for someone who doesn't realize the power of getting their dreams out?
Yes. And Lauren, do you remember in the 80s when there was the aerobic show and there was one girl that was just kind of do, and then there was one girl kind of going regular, and then there's this one girl bouncing off the walls. So what we want to do in our show is we want to show the 3 different levels. If you just want to get together and do a basic, I want to set some goals, I need to get my life a little bit organized, we have something for you. If you want to get up and dance with some of our music guests and learn about, feeling that vibration of having the thing, we've got your middle aerobic lady. And if you want to be like me and learn how to really write and design the story you want, we'll have a little bit of that on the end too. And you can kind of pick and choose what your comfort level is, because not everybody wants to go full tilt in. I personally, especially since working with you, have realized that full tilt is exactly where I love to be. I love to surf the energy. I love to surf the abundance. And I love to just make it. I wanted to tell you, making time, making sense, making believe, make it happen. That's what I'm a maker. That's what I think I am. As I'm not a coach. I'm not any of these other words that kind of get thrown around. I just want to help you make time, make sense, make believe. And so I'm a maker. That's what we're going to show people on Saturday.
What's the title of the special?
Once Upon a Time, Discovering the Road to Your Personal Fairy Tale.
There
so
you go.
It is. We want you to get your story, not my story, your story.
That's right. And listen, just because it's labeled Once Upon a Time, if it bothers you because you're a creationist, then change it to In the Beginning. But listen, what Misty is saying is all of our stories start with the very first letter, then the very first syllable, so on and so forth. And I want to say this about manifesting too, before we get out of here today. I personally believe today at 60 years old that I'm living the benefit of a lot of things that were manifested for me by younger versions of myself. Those boys in foster care, the ones who took all of the abuse and the beatings and the molestations and the bullying, they manifested for me today, just as I at 60 am manifesting for the Loren of 70, God willing, 80, God willing, or for future generations, perhaps even hundreds, thousands of years into the future. And so I wanted to make sure we at least touched on that. Remember, when you mean something, it instantly has the potential to become meaningful to someone or something somewhere in this universe. And that goes in both ways, if it's going to serve or if it is not to serve. So be cognizant, be diligent, but be purposeful in everything that you do, but more importantly, in everything that you say, because there are only 2 sponsoring thoughts, that utterance that kicks it all off. The word becomes the action and the action bears the fruit. The sponsoring thoughts, the 2 are love or fear, right? And this weekend, Saturday at 1 p.m. Central, Misty's event, sponsoring thoughts from all directions of love. So we love you and we want you to come in and feel this love. So where can they find it? I know the E360 network, they can find it there. Anyplace else?
You can always come find me on Facebook under Misty Lee Riston. Trajectory TV, E360 TV will be live on Facebook, but please look me up. And I'm also campground TBB at Gmail.
There you go. And it'll be on all of my Facebook platforms. All of them. Bathrobe Moments, Trajectory TV, Loren Michaels Harris Public Figure, my personal page, Speakers Collaborative Community, my group, LMH Coaching Rockstars in that group, the Power of We Symposium group. It'll be in there as well. Live. Cream. So,
yes, big manifestation.
That's
big
right.
manifestation.
That's right. Name one thing that's not here in the tangible world with you right now, Misty Lee Riston, that you are manifesting this year.
Movie. I'm writing a movie.
You're writing. You are?
The Quantum Love Affair, the book I sent you. So after I downloaded this book, I wrote a love story. It came out over the following weekend, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Of course.
It's about journaling the life you want.
There you go. Listen, I want to thank you, and I want to thank all of you all. We're gonna, Misty, send me that flyer that you have, and I'll show it every day to remind you guys about this Saturday. Also, don't forget, use your handheld device, scan the flow code in the corner, go over and take a look. You might want to pick up your own Trinity locket like I'm wearing today, or any of
You're just trying to show some skin. I can do that. I'll show some skin.
Look, I got skin, but you don't want to see these flaps hanging over on the side. Trust me on that one. Listen, you guys, tomorrow is a great day in the neighborhood. They're back with a new edition. I'm talking about our experts. They will be in the house tomorrow, and joining us for the first time will be D. Grant Smith. He's going to be with us every month. So the Oracle of Apollo, Reset Coach Tracy Randolph, Dano from Weekly Dose of Dano, and Badass Jamie Lane. They're all in the house tomorrow. So come and join us, God willing, 8 a.m. Central. I'll meet you out on the front porch, and we'll do it all over again. I want to thank you all. Thank you, Misty, for joining in for this illuminated conversation. Get out there and be the very best, and expect the best from those around you. I'll see you tomorrow for our next episode of Bathrobe Moments. Bye.